Well, let's see what the final stretch of Gotchard had to offer for us. Hello everybody, today we're going to talk about episode 46 of Kamen Rider Gotchard. So I started off with somebody talking about the rumor of the Kemi named Tachan, which is interesting to note. The person that is investigating this named Tachan, actually the same guy, played by the actor Taketo Nogami, I pretty much mispronounced that name, I'm so sorry. He was the same guy that appeared in the X-Rex episode as one of the editors for the guy writing the little dinosaur article, and also the X for Yua from the episode Zukumpire. It's very interesting that this guy actually appeared in like 3 different story arcs for Kamen Rider Gotchard, even showing footage of the Kemis going on rampage and even taking over people and turning them to Malgo to attack people, and then wondering where they got the footage because I thought they were classified and all that. And said that he'll investigate and find the truth. I've actually seen the gang see the many videos and posts that just coming out of the open, as they can't really fix it anymore. There's too much information being spread. As Kyoka comes in saying that it actually is being caused by the black particle we see in the sky from the last episode, making people not affected by the little memory wiping spell anymore. And pretty much also help restore data online of the Kemis and as well as the Malgo, as well as them affecting the world. And say that it will put the city in uproar, and we actually see several people start to remember being attacked by Kemis for like the first episode, or some girls remembering about Zukumpire and falling in love again. At least one funny moment, but still, it's a pretty serious matter. Hotaro realizes that human and Kemi coexistence wouldn't be easy, but he actually at least hoped it wouldn't happen so soon. So he's worrying about how everybody's actually going to react to Kemi. Especially since Helper 1 and Nichikan are really worried for Hotaro's sake. After that, we see Hotaro and Rinne just going off and walking underneath the highway, talking about the situation they're in, when some thugs come in, actually knowing them and actually wanting their Kemi to become Malgum, and start to attack the duo. Interestingly, the leader is actually played by the same actor who played Gamel from Kamen Rider O, Hiroyuki Matsumoto. Probably mispronounced that name, I'm so sorry. Meanwhile, the Spanner looking over a bunch of people reacting to their memory loss and all that and getting their memories back. And we later cut back to Hotaro finally get the thug, as Rinne just not doing anything. I was wondering why she's not helping. And he actually surprisingly defeats all the thugs, which is pretty cool to see him defeat them without transforming, showing that yeah, he's gotten better over time. But then he's attacked by Goroki, something like that, who is from all the way back from the Wrestler G episode, played by original actor Yuki Naya. I think I mispronounced the name, I'm also sorry. He turned into a gorilla amalgam. With a pretty cool little detail, they actually had the gorilla face now on his little, one of his shoulder pads, and actually fight Hotaro, who goes into Rainbow Gotchard to fight him off. He actually uses the little rainbow breath, the Gotchard brother, to make as wrestler to help him fight against Goroki. Also pretty cool little nice callback that Goroki actually remembers that Wrestler G, the same one that actually helped him defeat in that one episode. Interestingly, Galia actually comes in and actually predicts Hotaro will attack her and punch her, which he actually does, and actually uses the opportunity to actually break into a little card holder and take Venom Drake from him. Actually uses it to give it to the little boss to actually make him into a Venom amalgam with it. And because of this, it actually causes Hotaro to lose some power as the Gotchard Bro power fades away. Not only fades away, it also fades away the little rainbow effect it has on the card. And Nichikan say that he can only work if he has all 101 Kemis working together, and that's the only reason why his powers can work. And Rainbow Gotchard starts to lose as the thug boss and Goroki actually used the amalgam power to just tag team him and start wailing on Hotaro. And Rinne finally transforms into her Kamen Rider form to actually help Hotaro. But then Galia actually taps her hand and actually makes a symbol on her little hand, saying that it will be a little surprise for later. It won't tell her anything what it is. It seems to be some sort of curse. So I'm wondering if that's just an excuse to bring in the final form. As Tropo just watches on, as Galia later disappears from the battlefield, as both of our riders start to actually fight against the Amalgam and actually start to win, as they both decide to just retreat for now. As Galia predicts that in all this chaos, somebody will die that is close to them, and it will be in the fault of the Kemi, and disappear. Hotaro tried to call out, say that won't happen at all. We did have Rinne spot a Tropos as they seem to not really talk ever since Grion came back to life. And she wishes Rinne luck, as Rinne actually tried to tell her to not trust Grion at all, as she's a bad person. But then, she tells Rinne to just be quiet, as she had no idea how she feels, and just leaves, returning back to Grion. And this is a weird scene because he actually gives her a present, which is actually new clothes, and it also gives her the Daybreak Alchemist book that Rinne actually read when she was young with her father Fuga. And we actually see a flashback showing Grion looking over little Rinne with the same clothes that Tropo is wearing right now, and they start to read the story to her, acting like a little happy moment between father and daughter. Which I just say it's a little creepy little undertone that he just manipulated the little child to actually be a substitute for Rinne or something like that. Makes me think that maybe he's jealous of Fuga or something like that, because that's the only reason I can actually think of right now. I'm just a little weirded out that a Tropo is being manipulated this way. It's a little creepy. Please, Tropo, get away from this creepy man. I don't care if your dad, get away from him. After that, we see the gang come together and Minato say they can't really contact the rest of the association as they've just fled, with Sabi wondering if they're allowed to do that. So yeah, just showing that they're acting much cowards at the end of the day. Our two riders come in pretty much injured and pretty much tell them what happened. And with the whole thugs and Galia situation. Spanners say that Kemi had pretty much caused people to actually start to want to turn to Amalgam because of them, and in order to actually seek power. They actually clashing with Hotaro's little dream, saying that it will still come true or not. And Nijikan and Hopper don't want to actually separate from Hotaro, as Hotaro just tells everybody they'll find a way to fix all this mess. And Minato remembers Suzuki's little dream trying to make human and alchemist come together, promises to make Hotaro's dream come true. Everybody else agreed with him, except for Spanner. But then Isaac showed a little live stream that Tachan is doing. Showing that he's inside the base, and I'm just wondering how he got inside there, because even Hotaro in the first episode couldn't go inside after following Rinne. Wondering how he got in there. Actually, it's saying that the people who've been raping the memory are the alchemists, and even showing the faces of our gang, including Kyoka. And that barges into the hideout as Hotaro tried to hide Nichikan and Hopper from Tachan and some other live streamers. And they pretty much start showering them with questions, wondering like who they are, what they're doing, and why are they doing it, and why are they Kemi. And as they tried to get them out of the room, they tried to accuse them of being aggressive and being violent. So yeah, they're just a bunch of pricks. As Spanners actually start to wonder about Kyoka, they actually start to worry about her because her face is there and she's not with them. She's in a laboratory on the other side of the probably the other side of the city, and tried to leave and tried to go after her. After the gang tried to push the little streamers and reporter out their little bait. We have an interesting scene where Spanner goes to Kyoka, but then make the little pit stop where you actually see the commotion with a woman saying she found a Kemi and a girl is crying, and a bunch of other grown-ups trying to get her to let go of the Kemi. As Spanner comes out to see what's going on, the grown woman actually tells him that she found the Kemi fair and square, and the girl will try to give it to her, but the girl said that's not true at all. And then it shows it's just a marketable plushie of Hopper 1. As the girl said that she made that plushie herself after finding videos of the Kemi. And every other adult start to realize that it's a fake, and they just throw it away, with just, rude. So throw away a little marketable plushie. It could sell pretty good from Toei. Also, the girl worked really hard on it, please though. What makes Spanner angry, telling everybody to just leave, and goes to get the plushie and give it back to the girl. As he starts to be deep in thought on what he wants to do next, which he actually gets worse when he reaches Kyoka's little laboratory, and Lakazet actually strikes him, then stops when he realizes it's actually him. And Kyoka is also injured as she comes out. And interestingly, Kyoka tried to play it off, saying that it's just an experiment gone wrong, but Lakazet said that no. What happened was a bunch of people barged into their laboratory and tried to force them to tell them all about the Kemi and also what's happening around here, and tried to shoot them away, even though Lakazet wanted to probably hurt them, but Kyoka told her not to do it. We seem to have Spanner actually start to convince himself of what he needs to do next in a decision. The next day, we see people are being attacked by the two Amalgams as our gang arrived to put a stop to them, as Hotaro thinks about what Galia told him about losing somebody, as he won't let any of his Kemi be fallen to evil or anybody die, and transformed to Platinum Gotchard as Rinne also transformed to help him fight. And interestingly, Hotaro using Nijikan to cure people of the poison, putting him inside the little unison function of Platinum Gotchard, used rainbow breath to cure them of the poison. And they continue to fight the Amalgam and actually using Nijikan again to make a finisher, which is pretty cool to see Nijikan and Crosshopper come out of his driver and then come together, and he prepares a rider kick with Nijikan and Crosshopper help him with his kick, kicking the two Amalgam all the way to an explosion and turning them back to normal, as he actually was more venom traits back with him. And everybody's happy that they're safe, and the rest of the gang come back saying that they want to clear the name of the Kemi. But then Isaac starts to buffer and actually play the message from Spanner, not just on Isaac but in all technology. And interestingly that he had the proper alchemist attire, pretty much showing he moved up the rank by just kissing a bunch of people's little butt. But being a people pleaser in order to make him go up the rank, and the only reason why, because, what he said next is actually pretty shocking. And he tells the masses that they are called alchemists, and their duty to protect people, but have failed them, and told them that all the blame of failing them is resulting on the gang. But not just our gang, but just the association in general. Because, the association left, and that we're just stuck. We're just twiddling our thumbs now. And he said that he wants to get rid of it all, and say that he will become the overseer of all of alchemy. And actually say his whole plan is to destroy all the Kemi, and to get rid of Malice, even showing his little darkness power that Gigas told him a couple episodes ago. Actually be the overseer of all alchemy and just cuts the feed, shocking everybody. I hope to get the little message and then a call for Spanner, as he wants him to bring the Kemi to a location that he sent them in order for him to destroy them. And interestingly, a bunch of alchemists are around him. And Hotaro wanted to talk it out, but then Spanner said that no time to talk now. It's just, if he doesn't actually bring it to Kemi, he'll just take them by force and kill them. So yeah, the stakes are a little bit higher up now that we're getting close to Spanner's arc. Kalia is happy with everything going as predicted. And interestingly, we see Gigas absorbing her, and we don't know what kind of face he had, but he just seemed interested in what she's saying. And we did have an alchemist tell Spanner that he's the only one able to do this, which, they're just gaslighting him, and be able to do the things in order to change the world. And Banner said that he wants to protect the world that his parents left behind, and darkness engulfs him completely at the episode end. Overall, it was an interesting episode, but I will say it's a little weird it coming this late. I guess the whole legend thing, it made it harder to actually bring the little arc with Spanner. I will say though that it is pretty good that we're actually getting it now, and it's pretty cool that maybe we actually kept it an excuse to have Spanner's final form appear, judging on the preview. And it's pretty cool to actually have some setup for Rinne as well, because, Kalia giving her a little marking on her little backhand. So yeah, she actually is going to probably instigate her final form. I will say it's pretty interesting that we actually have a lot of people remembering Kemi and them becoming Malcolm. And I'm pretty glad seeing all the people different reactions to it. Some people are enjoying it, other people are clearly not. And some people remembering them becoming Amalgam. I will say though, I am pretty disappointed we're not going to have alchemist person that became Amalgam that was a rival to Spanner in the first few episodes. The one that kidnapped Rinne early on in the show. I'm wondering if we're going to have that again, because he seems to be a perfect opportunity to bring him back in the following episode. I will say there's more setup for Rinne as well as Galia, especially Gigas as well. Being set up to do something. I will say Grion and the Thropo scene was a little creepy, because I'm wondering what the hell is Grion trying to plan with a Thropo, because, it is a little weird and I actually want to know what else is happening. And Spanner seems to be completing his arc completely, hopefully next episode, but I want to see how this ends up before I fully judge it. Overall, it was actually a nice episode. Rinne White gave it a 7.3 out of 10. What do you guys think? Do you like the episode or do you not? What do you think about the whole of Spanner's little arc? Also, what do you think is going to be the last few episodes going to be about, with the whole Grion and Thropo thing, Rinne probably getting a final form, and maybe Spanner getting a final form, especially the Alchemist Association being coward, and not the generic bad guy we had to defeat, just the cowards and upper management. Leave a comment down below and subscribe for more Kamen Rider Gotchard. Peace.